Here's the closing down from Raheem Sterling. Sturridge has made his run, and he's onside, and he's round the goalkeeper. The perfect start for Liverpool. It's taken less than 3 minutes. Sturridge does it again. An 8th successive Premier League game in which he scored. And if there were some worries about his form after a disappointing performance in the Cup last week, then he's just put those to bed.
Well, listen, you know, we've seen Coutinho produce a couple of great deliveries forward lately. How about that from Raheem Sterling? Outside of the right foot, the weight of the pass was just perfection. Look at that, absolutely brilliant. And an onside Sturridge can take it round. The outcoming Verm, he's completely stranded. And it's a brilliant start from Liverpool and a wonderfully taken goal. It really was.
Wouldn't be the costliest defeat of their season by any stretch of the imagination. Here's Sturridge. Space for Henderson. Another sublime Liverpool goal. As Jordan Henderson marks his 100th start for the club with a wonderful strike. 20 minutes gone. Liverpool 2 goals to the good. If they're feeling the pressure, they're not showing it.
No, not at all. I mean, look, if Sterling did well on the first goal, then Daniel Sturridge does exceptionally well here in the second. And when this ball arrives at Henderson, he can just control it with his left foot, get his head up and think, right, where can I steer it? And it's just absolutely beautiful to watch. Look at this. He looks exactly where he wants to place it and keeps it well out of Michel Vorm's reach. And it's another stunner from Liverpool, and they're in cruise mode.
Shelby. That's a magnificent goal from Jonjo Shelby. Swansea half the deficit almost straight away against his former club. Almost an apologetic hand from Jonjo Shelby, which is acknowledged by the Liverpool fans, but a brilliant strike from the former Liverpool player.
Well, it was a class goal, and it's a class reaction as well from the Cup, because it's full appreciation. And you're right, he was apologetic when he put this in. How good is this? I mean, Routledge started it off with the run from left to right. Dyer took it on to find Shelby. He can come onto it and hit it first time, and that is an absolute peach. And it's lovely to see it appreciated so warmly by both sets of supporters.
He's taken a couple of touches on its way through for 2-2. Wilfried Bony claims a goal. It might well have taken a last touch of a Liverpool player, but Swansea have scored twice in 4 minutes and have got it back to 2-2.
Yeah, well, Bony makes the run. He did get a touch on it, but it certainly gets another touch after the Ivorian gets his head on it, and it's Martin Skrtel, you know. And I'm not sure whether Bony's was on target, but it comes up, the Slovakian, off his shoulder. He'd given the free kick away, and it's been that kind of type of game for Liverpool. Great going forward, but suspect at the back.
Flanagan, Henderson, Coutinho, Sterling letting it run for Suarez, and clipped it for Sturridge! A wonderful team goal from Liverpool as the lead is restored.
That's really good possession from Liverpool. They didn't try and force it. They didn't try and play through where all the Swansea players were centred. They just bided their time. And I think initially Suarez probably would have thought about taking his man on here, but he had room to slip it in. And again, it's just absolutely inch perfect onto Sturridge's head. And I think he's a mature player.
Now Dyer. He's done well to get the ball in. Now was Wilfried Bony being held? He was, and it's a penalty to Swansea right at the beginning of the second half.
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, the start, Liverpool just didn't want. I mean, Brendan Rodgers would have addressed their problems at the back, and yet they've gone in and given a cheap one away. Should Dyer have been allowed to get the cross in? No. Skrtel, is there enough, or has Bony just been clever and kind of won the referee over here? But he does have a tendency, Martin Skrtel, of getting hold of players, and clearly that's what the referee has assumed.
Well, they came back from 2-0 down to get the game to 2-2 in the first half. Now an opportunity to get the game back to 3 apiece. Wilfried Bony against Simon Mignolet. Swansea back on level terms again. The pressure telling on Liverpool, who've let in 3 at home. What will the response be now?
Well, this is very cool because he picked a spot, and even though Mignolet gets right, he's got enough behind it, and it's in the corner enough too, and there it is. He is certainly tugging on Boney, and I'm sure the striker has just played a clever part in that.
This is on very shortly. Suarez. Here is Luis Suarez. Henderson! 4-3 Liverpool! In a game of goals of real aesthetic quality, it's a scruffy one that gives them the lead, but it's the most important of the 7 so far. Liverpool 4, Swansea 3. Can they hold on this time?
Well, again, I think that just goes to show you how determined Henderson is. Great ball from Gerrard to start it all off. Found Suarez in a lot of space, and when it does arrive back to Henderson from the block from Williams, then he gets enough on it the first time for Vorm not to be able to quite stop it. It's released. He's on the follow-up.